You're gonna have the strap wide enough to go around the calf. Of course, I found one with a knot. We're not gonna do this yet. I just don't wanna have to show later when you guys are all relaxed already. We're gonna have a bolster. You don't have to do this, I'm just gonna show. You're gonna have your block. We're gonna put the strap around the calf muscles. And then you're gonna roll your blanket, and I'm gonna cue this again later, just so you all get an idea of what's happening later, so you have a visual. And the legs, the ankles, the front of the ankles will go on the blanket, and then the strap is just tight enough, so you have the support around the legs, and then your forehead drops here. And this will be the shape of the arms here. Let's get started. We're gonna get started. So just have your strap ready, close to this, so then you just tighten it really quick, so we're not fidgeting later. This one. Thank you. This one is to go. So let's get started. Seated, spine nice and long. If you're not comfortable seated on the floor where your lower back is rounding, you can place the blanket on the floor and sit on the very edge of the blanket. Eyes are jumping closed. Take a deep inhale to the nose. Exhale deeply to the nose. So apparently everybody wants to lay down. So we're gonna start there because no one set up. So we're just gonna start where you all are. I'm gonna meet you there. So bolster like this. We're gonna do breath work. Make sure that your lower back is fully supported. So there's no gap between the lower back or the tailbone and the bolster. Open up the arms. Right. Maybe you bring the bottom of the feet to touch, knees splay outward, so you can start opening up the hips. If that feels like it's too much on the hips, you can use the blocks on the side. On the thighs, slanted, so that corner is not cutting into. Need extra blocks, I'll bring them over. You can also roll the blanket. And wrap that around the ankle. Just start coming to your breath, allowing yourself to fully arrive here this morning. Feel your sit bones on the floor. Feel the back of your arms on the floor. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. See and acknowledge you're holding tension in the shoulders, and then you can soften. Bring your awareness to your hips, and if you're gripping, try to soften. The intention for today is santosha. So santosha means to be content. find happiness, to find joy. And it's our sole responsibility. No one else is responsible for making us happy. So whatever we maneuver, we move through life, whatever situations, at the end of the day, we all know it's our responsibility on how we react. And it's okay to be angry and upset. But we need to make choices. We can get stuck in that misery and mundane, or we can just allow some time, process, and move through. So last Wednesday, I got back last Wednesday. We didn't get home. It was really Thursday morning at 9:30 because it took forever to get out of JFK. And I didn't want to come back here. And then it was the miserable weather. And I had set an intention to come to the 4:30 p.m. class on Thursday because I knew I would really, really need it. And I really did not want to show up for class because everything hurt and I was too tired and jet lagged and grumpy. I come to class, I had really bad traffic. I missed the Dharma talk, which I really needed. And then I moved through class as best as I could, doing really little, like less than half of what I normally do. And then Mindy came back to the intention. And sure enough, it was Santosha. So I just laughed out loud at myself. And it also reminded me a very simple thing, but it's a huge thing, how there's no coincidence in life. And when we show up, when we fully show up, even if we're doing very little, but we fully show up, the universe will lift us up and we get what we need. We get all the reminders that we need and we get carried and lifted. So taking a moment, set an intention for this class today with this practice of practicing being content in the back of the mind. As we move or stay in a shape that maybe we don't like, find joy in what you're doing and maybe the fact that you can twist in that manner, that you can be in that space, that you can be on the floor. Gently bring your hands to the very base of your abdomen. Let the middle fingers touch. And we're gonna do 3-part breath. We're gonna inhale fully into the very, very base of your abdomen. So as you inhale and direct the breath into the base of the abdomen, the fingers are gonna separate. And then as you exhale and squeeze the navel in and up towards the spine, the middle fingers will touch again. The shoulders down. Inhaling fully, feel the base of the abdomen expanding fully. The fingertips separate. As you exhale, squeeze the navel in and up. The fingertips touch. Taking 3 more rounds, just like that. The lips are gently closed. You're breathing through the nostrils only. Taking 1 more full round of breath. Just like that. Then gently slide the hands to the outer side of your ribs. Keep the shoulders relaxed, let the elbows be heavy. As you inhale, feel the ribs expanding fully and pressing into your hands. As you exhale, the ribs cinch together. And the hands kind of drop. 5 more breaths just like that. Keep the fingers soft, the palms of your hands are soft. Just allow yourself to feel the expansion of your ribs. Acknowledge if there's tension or tightness somewhere. Acknowledge if you need to find more length in the inhale and then more length in the exhale. And then once you're done with that last round, no rush, we're gonna slide the hands to the chest, fingertips come to the collarbones, and bring one set of fingers or two to touch. So maybe the pinky fingers and the ring fingers, or just the ring fingers, or maybe the ring fingers and the middle. As you inhale, so the wrists are soft, the palms are relaxed. As you inhale, feel the chest rising, the fingertips separate. As you exhale, the chest drops, fingertips come back together. Inhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. Breath through the nose. 3 more. Inhaling, we're creating space in the body. As you exhale, allowing stuff to start releasing. And now gently, once you finish with that last round with the exhale, bring your left hand to the center of the chest and the right hand at the base of your abdomen. And feel these 3 parts of breath connecting as one. As you inhale, the abdomen expands, the ribs expand, the breath moves all the way up into the chest. As you exhale, the chest drops, the ribs cinch together, the navel squeezes in and up towards the spine. Your lips are closed, the inhales are full, the exhales are long. Shoulders soft, elbows relaxed. Stay with that breath. Allowing yourself to slowly start moving inward into your body, sinking deeper and deeper. The mind slowing down. And if thoughts come up during the session, just acknowledge them and then let them go back to the breath. Taking 3 more rounds of breath just like that. You have the option to keep the arms as they are, or just let the arms release onto the floor. Allowing the front of the shoulders to open up. I'll be coming around doing gentle hands on. If you'd like me to skip you, just for a moment, please place your right hand at the very base of your abdomen. That's only if you'd like me to skip you with the hands on. Now allow this breath to start flowing at its natural rhythm. with less and less effort on your end. The broth becoming softer and for your hips, sinking deeper and deeper into the ground. The back of your arms a little heavier. Feel the torso sinking deeper and deeper into the host. Back of your shoulders. But at any point you feel the need to straighten the leg, allow yourself to do so. over here for 5 more breaths. You have the option to stay here a little longer. If you feel like you need to create some movement, we're going to turn around to face the bolster on all fours. So one hand on each side of the bolster, keep the bolster as is. You can move the calf. You can reach the arms up, nice and first, point the toes, and then come into that. Don't need to create movement. We're going into a twist, right upper leg comes flush with the bolster, and I'll do that again later. So if you're choosing to create a little movement, knees stack underneath the hips, press up the shoulders under stacked. Inhaling, lifting up to the heart, dialing the tailbone up as you exhale, grounding chin towards the chest. Feel the space between the shoulder blades opening up. Feel what comes up in the spine. Feel what comes up in the shoulders and the neck, the lower back, maybe even the hips as you create this movement. Breathe into it. Maybe a lot of times when we feel something that doesn't feel good, we tend to shift into that negative complaining. But we can find gratitude for actually having the awareness to feel this, so we can breathe into it and release it. Taking 4 more rounds here. So before I had my daughter, I was a flight attendant for 5 years, and I did international flights all the time. Now, when I take a long flight, or any flight for that matter, I wonder how I did that for a living, because now I hate the way I feel when I walk off the flight. And it's because back then I didn't have the awareness. So part of me is glad that I didn't have that awareness, because I got to see a lot of the world. And now I'm very, very happy I have that awareness, because I can release what comes up. So we're going to set up for that twist. Right upper leg comes flush with the bolster. Releasing forward onto the floor. If your elbows are hanging off the floor, you can drop the block lower, so your forearms are completely flat, so you can really release the shoulders. The left knee going into the bottom of the right foot, and your torso is flat. If you feel like you have tension in the outer side of the right hip, down the IT band, which is that length from the outer side of the leg, you can extend the right leg out. Forward squat. You can bring the left knee to press into the bottom of your right foot. We have a lot of pressure points. I'll be coming around to them. Bring your awareness to your torso and the connection between the torso and the bolster. And with each exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into it. like to go, or you can turn your head to the side shoulder, it feels like it's too much, just kind of out. We'll be here 5 more breaths. You have the option to stay a little longer, just as you would. You have the option to come to all fours and create movement, moving gently and mindfully. You have the option to press back into downward dog or child's pose. You feel the need to stretch the back body. Find about 4 more breaths to play with. And whenever you're ready, we'll settle into the left side. So the left upper leg comes flush with the bolster. Maybe the right knee presses into the bottom of the left foot, if that feels good. Arms are on each side, torso flat on the bolster. If you took it on the other side, maybe you extend the left leg out so you get that stretch through the outer side of the leg and the hip. We'll be here for 5 more. You have the option to stay a little longer if you feel the need to. If you feel the need to move, coming onto all fours, you have the option for cat-cow, pressing back into child's pose or downward dog. Try to keep your eyes closed, the breath. We'll find 4 more breaths to play with. And then we're gonna set up for that supine shape that I showed, actually face down shape, that I showed in the beginning of class. So you're gonna roll a blanket for your feet. You're gonna put the wrap, well, first drop your bolster flat on the floor and the block on the lowest side with enough space for your nose, from the nose and the chin to hang in that space. And then find the strap. The last strap around your legs. You're gonna roll onto your stomach. From the hip up is on the bolster. The blanket supports the ankles or the front of the ankle. I'll be walking around. Want your arms out, either next to the hips, palms up, or next to the head in cactus. See what feels better to allow you to release the shoulder. Bring your awareness to the center of the shoulder, from the top of the shoulder. Just for a few breaths, allow any tension or tightness to start releasing by inhaling fully into the space and exhaling away. I'll be coming around doing a little marble on the leg and the feet. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. If you're happy here and you want to stay for Shavasana, please allow yourself to do so. Otherwise, very, very gently, and slowly come out, removing the stress, maybe rolling to one side first, into a seat. You feel the need to take a twist. You can take a seated twist, inhaling deeply, reach the arms up. Exhale, twisting to one side. And then inhaling somewhere. Exhale, twisting over to the opposite side. You can use the bolster. Bring the bolster underneath the calf muscles. And if there's any other option that you really want, please feel free to take it. But we can bring the bolster underneath the calf muscles. Slide the block underneath the bolster on the side that's closer to your hips. And then you can open the legs, creating a V shape. The heels touch, slowly lowering down. This. Maybe covering up the body with a blanket. Bring the palms up towards the ceiling. Let your whole entire body sink. Feel each point that's touching the ground or the bolster. Inhale deeply into it. As you exhale, allowing your whole entire body to sink deeper and deeper. Sinking fully into stillness. Shavasana. Let the breath become softer and softer. The breath flowing at its natural rhythm. We'll be moving into Yoga Nidra, guiding the mind through the body, softening each part as I call it out without creating any movement. Without creating any movement, gently bring your awareness to the right thumb. The right thumb soft and relaxed. Pointer finger. middle finger, ring, finger, the back of your hand, palm of your hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulders soft, and the right side of your torso, the right hip, soft, upper lip, knee, shin, calf, ankle, top of your right shoulder, spaces between the right big foot, second, third, fourth, pink, soft, and then that whole right side, soft. Now gently shift your awareness to the tip of your left finger, soften, starting with the left thumb, pointer finger, middle, ring, pinky, back of the hand, palm of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper, shoulder, soft and fully left side is spaces between the left ribs, your left hip, upper leg, knee, calf muscle, ankle, top, shoulder, spaces between the left, your left big foot, second, third, fourth, pinky, soft, and then that whole left side, your lower back, and with the lower back side, the mid back, and the space between the shoulders, top, soft, and then collarbone soft, your chops, the front of your leg, base your abdomen, so center of your rib, center of your chest, hollow of your throat, soft and fully warm. Your whole spine, your neck, soft and warm. Skin on the scalp, soft, across the forehead, your temple, around your eye, the skin on your cheek, your jaw muscles soft and warm. Tip of the chin, soft. Your lips, soft. Inner sides of your mouth, inner sides of your throat, inner sides of your neck. Tip of the nose, whole entire nose soft and warm. The eyelids heavy now. The eyeballs sinking deep into the back of the skull. Your body becoming more and more. Your eyebrows soft. Space between the brows soft. Your whole entire body. Whole body. From the cranium to the tip of your feet. To the tip of your foot. Whole body. Whole body. Soft. Fully relaxed. Completely melted. Very, very gentle. But bringing your awareness back to your breath. Creating small, gentle movements with the body. So the breath becomes deeper. Allowing the body to softly start reawakening from the inside. Maybe on the next inhale. Reaching the arms above the head, extending the legs. Finding a nice full body. Maybe on the exhale, maybe then slowly rolling over to planks. Taking a moment to revisit your intention. This practice of practicing mindfulness, being aware as thoughts come up, to be able to watch, to feel, and to decide whether you should run with it, whether it will bring joy, contentness, or more suffering, or stop it. Right. Slowly making your way back up to a seat. Bring the hands to the heart center. Eyes gently closed, chin tip towards the chest. Inhaling deeply from the very base of the spine to the crown of the head. Exhaling deeply from the crown all the way down into the earth. Inhaling from the ground to above the crown of your head. Exhaling from above the crown all the way down into the ground. We'll close class with one beautiful Om, taking a deep collective inhale to the nose. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your servant. Namaste.
Namaste.
Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for showing up.
You're doing it for me.
Really? Oh.
It's beautiful.
It was very funny. I was right here in that corner. And it smacked me. Like when I missed the Dharma talk, and then at some point she goes to post that. I was like, of course I have to come to this class. All I did was complain and whine.